With this cheap Christmas decoration, I'm going to teach you how to make your videos extra sexy. Look, I'm in here now, so I'm probably just going to wear these for the whole video. Everyone loves fairy lights, and it comes as no surprise. They're super cute, they look awesome, and with a little bit of know-how, you can use them to really add that little extra glimmer to your videos. Let's explore. Okay, so the first thing I want to teach you is how to use these properly. It's one thing to just grab out a ball of fairy lights and string it up in the background, but you're not gonna always get that beautiful artistic look that you might be after. The first thing to consider is, what are you shooting your vlogs on? If you're shooting it on a mobile phone, those little dots of light are probably going to be pretty small. And this just comes down to the size of the lens and the size of the camera. But if you're shooting on a mirrorless or an SLR camera, with the right lens choice and lens settings, it's much easier to get those large, soft, out of focus, circular bokeh that you see in TV shows and movies. The first thing to consider is your lens choice. If you can shoot on a longer or more telephoto lens, you're going to get a more pronounced background bokeh. So that means you want to get your camera as far back, you want to zoom it in as much as you can, and you also want to have those fairy lights as far away from you behind you as you can. The second setting that you want to look at is your aperture, or f-stop. And you want to open that f-stop as wide as possible to the lowest possible number. That might be f2, f2.8, as far down as your particular lens can go. You're also not going to get very pronounced results if you're in a well-lit environment. If you're going to use fairy lights outdoors, during the day, for example, you're barely going to notice them. But if it's at nighttime, it's a really low light environment, then they'll really stand out and pop in the background of your image. So choosing a nice dark backdrop and a nice dark and moody environment is also going to help you get the most out of it. Now let's talk about which ones to buy, because I have bought a lot of fairy lights over the years, and I've bought some really dud ones, and I've found some really, really good ones. And I'm going to share with you my favorite type of fairy lights to use. I buy my fairy lights from, wait for it, Aldi. Aldi have terrific fairy lights. They're really bright, they're LED, so that they're gonna last a long time. And most importantly, they don't flicker when they're on camera. And in a lot of the fairy lights that you might buy from China that are super cheap, they're going to flicker and pulsate, and that's not a look that I really like. And bonus points, they're only $15 a box, so they are super affordable. The only downside to these fairy lights is you can only get them once a year in November, and they sell out super quickly. So next time November rolls around and those Christmas decorations go on sale, grab as many boxes as you can because they look amazing. Fairy lights are also super versatile. You can use them not only on your videos, but you can use them for a bunch of different creative purposes as well. You can use them in photography to give your background that really dreamy look. You can use them at events. These are great to have a wall of falling fairy lights where people can go and take selfies, the photographer can go and take some shots of the attendees. They're really, really good to populate an event space. They can make something look really pretty and really cool. You also don't just have to stick to the warm white. You've got a whole range of different color options that you can use. If you want to add some color contrast for an environment where your subject's lit with warm lighting like I am, you can throw cool blue lights into the background, and this can create a really interesting look. It gives you nice quality color contrast as well. And of course, if you're in a festive mood, you can use multicolor lights as well. So these are really cool if the occasion is the right one. So there you have it. That's a really great way to make use of a Christmas decoration that most people already have lying around in their garage. And they can really add a really beautiful element to your videos if they're used correctly. So grab some fairy lights now while you still can, chuck them in the background of your videos and add that extra festive feel. Well, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoy some much deserved time off over this holiday period. If you liked this video, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment if you liked this kind of video where we show you some simple DIY techniques to use what you already have to enhance your videos. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. I want to get through this quickly. I feel very uncomfortable. And I'm wrapped up in my fairy lights. Da, 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 da. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. And you want me to improve it how?